Hello. Hello, I've got two messages down here. Dear Mr. Hominoid, you won $3 million in the good looking. Oh, I saw that in the show. Just lazy. Mr. Dog, where you going? Mr. Dog. Give me a say hello, son. How could you ever argue with a face like that? You gonna say anything? Look, what's this for a friendly dog? What's this? Come here. Where are you? Come on. Show us. Look. What's this? Look. You come back here. You gonna say hello or what? Hello. Right. Hello, everybody. My name's Mr. Dog. I squeeze my nose like my daddy does. You look like I squeeze my nose. He loves it. No, he just lies there. Oh, jeez. Glutton for punishment. Hey, what's this? Put a cold candy coat. Look, what's this? Me, look, look, look. Put that on your nose. Look. Snob. How are we? Hello, got somebody. Thumbs up. Oh, I reckon that'll be Chris. Is that Chris? I don't know. G'day. I don't know. I was just sitting there watching a. No, it wasn't Chris because I hung up on me. Chris Douglas. Message retracted. G'day. It takes you. I gotta. Where is he? This is my son, by the way. Where is he? I'm going to text him back a message saying, lovely language. Where'd you go? He's gone. I'm writing lovely language. Right. So what's the old man been doing today? Well, Heading said, hello, g'day, everybody. And I fixed my poll. Can you fix your poll? Yes, I'll show you. Actually, no, wrong one. Hang on. I'm going to get on the right. Miss photos. Buddy Chris takes all my photos. Right, I had doing again, scratching nose again. I had a blue pole right at the rear front driveway, and the next door neighbours moved out, and their big truck decided to hit it. Yeah, I'm still in your nuts. What do you mean you're still in your nuts? Chris, you remember that pole? Well, there it is there. They snapped it off in the driveway. That's after I welded it up and they snapped it off again. And then I put a tin can over it and they all decided to drive over it, the stubby in the ground. Yes, that's a tin can over at the base of the blue pole. They smashed the wire fence off the blue pole. So I tied it on, sitting on there to the other fence. And then today I went out there with your truly best mate. This is getting off the subject. Talk about blue poles. This is somebody's payback on somebody else for being a bumhole. I must have been a big pair of fish bite to break it off. Yeah, big pair of fish. Yeah. Oh, pole. Oh, fishing pole. Yeah. Chris, you know the idiot that was here that was supposed to help me, and anyway, let the world know he got arrested. Come in there one day, and the girl border says, "Oh, so-and-so got arrested. The D's come in and grabbed him." Anyway, I just laughed. Alicia, during lockdown, he had my computer for 7 months. He pin locked it so I couldn't get it open. And then when he got arrested, his girlfriend gave me the PIN number, opened it up and reset the computer. Now I've got my computer back under my PIN number. So too kind. The old man's too kind. And Chris is going to say, "Go on, Chris, say it. You stupid old bastard. You are. You're too kind." And I'm very, very patient. At least that way then it didn't get broken. Well, this particular person decided to do the wrong thing by somebody. And their payback was that they come back around, and to his $180 pair of shoes, they set fire to them. Because he couldn't take them with him to jail. So the police said, "No, don't wear those shoes. They've got shoelaces." So he went and had another look. $180 pair of shoes. What they did to them. So calm as a bitch. They burned him for the cigarette lighter. I took the photo on my doona, which you can't really weld it up. It's cast on. Last days of the hurdy-gurdy, the big red thing, Chris, that's all I'm going to say, because the arsonists from the past are watching. I went out there in the red hurdy-gurdy with the big back wheels and the little front wheels. I think you give me a thumbs. Yeah. Got a new pole in. Like that, people. And I put a plastic bag on it. So when the neighbours come home, they're going to see it. That's why the original one got broken, right? So I painted it blue, but unfortunately that section of mesh fence is still missing when it clears up a bit. Come on, camera. So there's a section of mesh fence missing. Yeah, so anyway, just having fun. Where's Chris? Chris is gone again, I think. You there, Chris? Hello. Anyway. Come back. I'm just going to come back on live. Getting back on the channel. Anyway, so what have we got? We've got iRocker over there in the USA, and he's doing a story on Australia, and he said most famous city wants to go to Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth. So think about going to Canberra, the capital, or Adelaide, or Tasmania, Hobart. Apparently it's his birthday. So anyway. So for all you Americans, that is a classic Australian can of Coke. And yes, I do have my American. Where'd it go? Oh, fell down. Sorry. The very famous Crouton Bear. Gave you that? Yes, Crouton Bear. She's a lovely lady. But she's on Rumble now. She's not on YouTube. She's on Rumble. A couple of hellos to... Now, I put her there not out of disrespect. I put her there because I know she's got my back. Does that make sense? She's my friend. And in Australia, say, I'm your mate. I got your back. So she's got my back. See? No matter how far back I go, she's still got my back. Anyway, I Rocker. Anybody know him over there in the States? Get hold of him. Tell him Mr. Hominoid wants to say hello. Because 17 years as Sydney cab driver and issues rolling on throughout the whole state of New South Wales. And as you can tell by up there in the background, there's a big map of Australia. And of course, my son, if he's on there, will turn around and make a comment. Matthew, where are you? The one who had the car there the other day and his mate come on and said hello. But now we're into the chat. His mate come on, an hour and a half. It must have been a big pair of fish bites to break it off. Oh, the steel pole. Ha ha ha. Fishing pole. I got it. I got it. I got it. Took me half an hour. Anyway. We're moving. Something to say. We're moving. That's why the gatepost got done. We're going, moving house. Yes. So fence is going to go up, gates are going to go up. Anyway, that's about it. So all this here is going to be a thing of the past. So who have we got out there? Let's try our ring arounds. Let's see if we can get Casey's Casey over there in the States. Casey's off-road recovery. Really have a good plug. All right, let's see if we can give him a ring. Who is it? Casey. Come on, Casey, pick up. So there is Casey. Casey, we're trying to get hold of you, Casey. Must be scared of me. Right, let's see. We'll leave my voice message. Ready? Watch. See, I love this about Messenger, right? Casey, Mr. Hominoid down here, down under. We're doing a live stream and a live chat, and we wanted you to come on and say g'day. But you won't answer the bloody phone, mate. I mean, you don't have to put a coin in a mobile phone. Sorry, a quarter. Anyway, give us a yell. Rob reacts. Let's see if we get him in there. No, Rob reacts. He's 1:31 a.m. So that was hours ago. What's this one? I go watch SBS tonight. 7 inside Central Railway Station. Oh, there we go. People in Sydney. 7:30 inside Central Railway Station tonight on SBS. So probably on YouTube. So yes, Chris, I've got that. We've got Jacob live. Yeah, Jacob. Yeah, we're on live again. Are you going to come in there and say hello on the channel and give me someone to talk to? Because Mr. Dog won't talk to me because he's a dog. So can you talk to me? Now let's see how quick he takes him to get it. Look, just see, look. Let's see if he takes it real quick. He's one of these guys, must just live with a phone in his hand. Matt's off road recovery, done in Weldon. I sent Ian Weldon, he's iRocker, he's over there in Ohio. And he says he gets all these messages, and I go through Instagram, I don't seem to get him. I go through Twitter, I don't seem to get him. I go through YouTube, I don't seem to get him. So I don't know, how do you get a hold of him? It's a bit of a worry. It's only 20 degrees. Yeah, so great. I fixed my gate post. That's all I'm happy about. I don't have to worry about it. So now they can't drive across my slab of concrete and park the car there halfway blocking my driveway. I've got better things to worry about. Well, what are you going to hear? Girls Flora walnut boots, shoes, $20. Electric bike, $1,000. Mazda 323, $100. That's next door neighbour. This is all Facebook. Gumtree over here in Australia. Louis Vuitton, $2,500 for a dress. I mean, really. I mean, the things you find on phones is unbelievable. Anyway, I just thought I'd give that a bit of a whirl. See if we can get hold of somebody. And what's this message down here? Oh, you've already seen that one. Thank you very much. Oh, hang on. Watch SBS tonight, 7:30 inside Central Railway Station, because the engine 3801 going to be on their new release. Anybody know anything about 3801? All right, so people are now watching this somewhere else around the world. 3801 is a very controversial steam engine. It was the 38 class. It was the first one ever built. And it originally owned the railways. Then they leased it or whatever to 3801 Limited, which I wrote on it. I've got photos of. And then they had boiler trouble, and then the railways closed down. They said, no, you can't. If you go outside the shed, you can't get back in again. So they kept the train in the shed. Then they had boiler troubles. And then the boiler of the train got poured out of it and sent over to Germany. Germany then rebuilt the boiler, sent it back by ship with the old one, because they sent the old one over there to match it. So they physically had it. So that cost, $500,000 or whatever. And then when it got back, it was, instead of being round, it was oval. It was wrong. So great on you, Germany. You stuffed that up. So then they shipped the new one back with the old one back again, probably with a big sticker saying, can't you see an oval between an oval circle and a round circle? And it was out of whack. So the German company had to rebuild it again. Then they shipped it back with the original boiler, which is they're going to keep as a museum piece. And this is now a video of 3801. The stupid ad in the background disappears. Uncle Toby's who cares about Uncle Toby? Right. So anybody in America, this is 3801 today. This was taken a couple of months ago. Sorry, get the camera right. They're the same carriages I used to ride in. Anyway, enough of that. That's somebody else's video. That was taken 4 months ago. So you can go and just type in
YouTube 3801, and you can see all the story on it. So that's what did went to. But the sad story was 3801 was actually built at Everleigh. Now people say, oh, okay, Everleigh. Okay, what's Everleigh? Eveligh. Everleigh. Anyway, Leigh after that. It's Redfern train station right next door to Central. And it's a building with all the triangle roofs on it with all the round porthole windows. So you got the round porthole windows. And that's where the 3801 and every other railway carriage and every steam engine in Australia was built from about 1820 onwards. And about when Nick Greiner destroyed the railways in 1980, they stopped making their own engines, steam engines and diesel locomotives. The 80 and 81 class is the last Australian-made diesel locomotives here in Sydney, in New South Wales. A lot of the other ones come from either South Australia, Melbourne, or from overseas. And we're currently having a rail strike because they're not, the train drivers over here don't want to be privatised like they were in Victoria. Now, Vic Rail decided to privatise their railways 10, 15 years ago, whatever it was. I should get Neil Battersby on the phone. He knows more about it than me because he used to drive Vic Rail and Victorian Railways. Anyway, then they had a couple of rail crashes and rail disasters and breakdowns and cars on level crossings due to mechanical negligence and trains breaking down because of mechanical negligence and all this sorts of things. Trains are breaking down across a level crossing in the middle of peak hour. So obviously New South Wales doesn't want to go the same way as Victoria did. So now Victorian government had to step back in and said, right now it's a Labor government, and they grabbed everything sort of back. And under the Liberal government, like especially now, we just got rid of old Gladys Berejiklian, or as they call her, Mrs. Adolf Hitler, over the coronavirus. Gladys is now out the door. That sounds like Chris. Is that you, Chris? I got a message on the YouTube and not got the phone. Anyway, it's now got a new premier. He's got a totally different attitude, but he's still a Liberal, same as Gladys. And all they want to do is Sydney. They don't care about the rest of the state. They don't care that a railway line from Casino to Murwillumbah alone, get this one, alone, Murwillumbah to Central Station, tickets alone was $22 million a year in 1980. And it was $11 million a year to maintain the whole track from Murwillumbah back to Casino, the main line to Brisbane. Now, mind you, the Casino to Murwillumbah railway line was first built from Lismore to Murwillumbah, then they went Lismore back to Casino. And that was built 30 years before the railway line even left Maitland, west of Newcastle, down here near Sydney, and went the 600 miles north to Grafton. And then when they built the railway line from Casino down to Grafton, they still had to wait 3 years before they built the bridge across the Maclean River. And they used a ferry. I talked about that on the second last previous live video. So that railway line was actually making a profit before it joined up with the New South Wales government. And the government then took over it. And then Nick Greiner come along and he's then destroyed it back in 1980. He took out 30 of the 35 railway lines, platforms, not railway lines. So now you can count them on your hand. You got Murwillumbah, and then it goes down to Mullumbimby, Byron Bay, Bangalow, Lismore, and Casino. So you got, Murwillumbah, Mullumbimby, Byron Bay, Bangalow, Lismore. 5 stations to get to Casino, whereas before I had 35 totally. So 30, the other 30 were taken out, which is Binnaburra was one, Stoker Siding, Burring Bar, little siding. There was a little step platform at Crabs Creek. A lot of people don't know about. There's one down there at which I showed there with Chris, which is called a Milkman's Stand. That was at Toyagara Road, Toyagara. There was another station all the way along the line there. That one I was talking about where the branch line used to run off to go to Ballina. And then there was that station here, that's gone. So, I mean, there's 29, 30 of them. I mean, you ain't got to look it up. Anyway, so hopefully we get a change of government, we might get these railway stations reopened, because now the Liberals have spent all their money on the freeways and then the coronavirus and nobody's using them, and the borders have only just opened up. And what the government doesn't get is, and I'll show you on a map, how far it is to drive from Sydney to Tweed Heads on the Queensland border on a freeway with only one petrol station on the freeway. Now, Chris knows that. I've been in the car with him, and that's just south of Coffs Harbour. That's right. So if you want to pull up and go to the toilet, you either pull up in a rest area and use these nature ones where they drop down in the ground, or whatever they call them, pit toilets, or you could turn off the freeway and drive into a town on the old Pacific Highway and use one of the servos, which is more than happy to see you, because they don't get the money anymore, because this freeway, you can sit on to 110 for 800 kilometres, 600 and something miles. So can you imagine holding your bladder for 600 and something miles? Mr. Doc Spanny, you want to say hello? So you can hear it. Now, I'll get you a big map out and I'll show you. Do you mind if I get up? Excuse me, Mr. Doc. Yeah, it's a map, dog. It's a map, right? So just so you don't get lost. Right now, can you see what I'm talking about? Funny bugger. It was glued up there in the wall, but it come down. Right, when you leave, this is going to be hard. Sydney, Queensland border. That green line, there's the Queensland border. That's a big long freeway there, all the way there from Sydney. So I think you can see the word Sydney there. It's all one great big long expressway. It's got one petrol station on it. South of Coffs Harbour. Go down and have a look at it. It's unbelievable. And I've travelled, I'm looking backwards on this, all throughout here. This is my railway jurisdiction. I go right out to here. Chris is up here. I live down here. There's the Victorian border, and right down through all there, been down through all this. You know, and drove a cab in Sydney and drove a taxi in all these country towns. All these country towns, all the way right out here, I've driven a taxi. There's not much I don't know. Anyway, that's just a 30-minute video. So I rocker. I hope to hear from you over there in the States. I used to send gift packages. If anybody wants to go and look them up, it's what's his name? Dreadpool 26. DREAD Pool, POOL 26. He's a quadriplegic over in Nebraska. Sent him 2 or 3. The last one I sent him a rock in an envelope, and I don't think he got it. I didn't realise it was quartz. It's worth money. He probably just thought it was a rock. He doesn't realise it's worth money. The other one is what's his name? Is a coin slots poker. I was first in the YouTube and I thought he was a hero. I thought, oh, this guy knows what he's doing on YouTube. You know, he's starting off. He's making a lot of money in YouTube. And that was Joshua Bartley, Coin Pusher. And then he had his friend Jeffrey, who had a heart attack, and it was Jeff's heart journey. Now, since Jeffrey died, 2 years ago, he's never done another live chat. He's never done another live. He did the live chats with Jeffrey, so Jeffrey could see me and I could talk to Jeffrey on the phone, but every time it rang, he'd hang the phone up on me. And it's still on his live chats to this day. And you'll see Jeffrey wearing a yellow T-shirt with a big green kangaroo, and he got that from me. And little Australian flags, 1 or 2 of the live chats, unless he edited them out. But then when he did a talk, but not a live chat in his office, the little Australian flags have gone after Jeffrey died. When he announced Jeffrey died, he took away all the Australian stuff I sent Jeffrey. He took it all away. So that was Joshua Bartley's coin pusher. And I've never bothered talking to him since. So I mainly did it all for Jeffrey because I love Jeffrey, because Jeffrey was a lovely, great big old sailor. He was about the same age as me. And yes, I got a nail in my ear scratching because it's that bloody. Yeah, it's an old Aussie bush trick. You see, you get a nail. So it's got a little head on it. And just, you won't go in too far. You just get that itch, you know, it just gets you on that. God, I'm disgusting. No, not really. It's just, you know, you get that itch and you can't get it with your fingers. Damn, it's that, just that little bit in beyond the bow of the. Anyway, so Joshua Bartley coin push. You go down there, you see the big yellow T-shirt. So I rock. I said, I'm going to go to that. Yeah, I used to send big box. And that big box up there, that come from Crouton Bear in America. She sent that over to me from Houston, Texas. And that's where I got this American flag from. And that took me 9 months for one American to send me back a flag. So that just goes to show the difference between Americans and Australians. It took me 9 to 12 months to get American flag from America. And it's cheaper for you to send it to us. And yet I sent 4 to 5 packages to America. It cost me over $100 and something each. And when Joshua Bartley, he never even played the opening of the box. You go and watch his videos. He just doesn't show them being opened. You just see them wearing the clothes, or teddy or koala bear in the background, or a flag in the background, and nothing like what iRocker did. And that put a bit of taste in my mouth. And I said, well, why should I spend $800 giving money away to Americans if they can't even put them up there on YouTube and say, oh, look, oh, this is cool. Look, he sent me $1 million Australian. See, it's got America. See, it's got $1 million up the top there. See all the dots, right, zeros. I even sent them over old American money I had. American $1 note from 1966. I mean, that's got to be worth something. American $1 note, 1966. And it's in pretty good. It was pretty good condition actually. And I sent a whole bunch of 1 and 2 cent coins. And in his video, he actually pulls them out in one of his videos. He says, big white plastic bag. It's got about. Just realised how dirty my hand is. See, I've done the post at the front. I forgot to wash my hands. that's a rusty chain. See, I do some work. See, look, I do work. I don't sit on my butt all day. Anyway, yeah, so I sent him over about $5 of 2 and 1 cent coins. You know, I still got the bank receipts there and the post office receipts, you know, and T-shirts and bottle openers and koala bears and kangaroos and maps and flags and T-shirts and cotton shirts and underwear with Aussie Australian bonds, all sorts of stuff, you know. And I just won't do it. No more. Anyway, that's it there for me. 35 minutes. Nobody else has really wanted to chat to me. So, yeah, I'm going to end this one. That's enough. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow. So if you want me to come on, give me a set time, your time. Send me a message on the end of this live stream and say, hey, I missed your live stream. Do you want to come on again? And I'll come on again and you tell me what time. So my time now is 6 p.m. So there you go, 6 p.m. Sydney time on Sunday, the 24th. So for me, Mr. Hominoid, thanks for watching. And I have fun. I'm happy. I've done my work. and I fixed my gate pole, and I'm taking the Purple Beast out tomorrow. So if you want to know what the Purple Beast is and you watch this YouTube channel, come back and watch it. Or I'll probably upload it on the phone, because I'm not going to show where the house is, where it's kept, and I'll just show you the Purple Beast. For $25,000, $30,000, you can have it. It's Chris's favourite toy. So buy, for me, this Diamondite.